Welcome back to the gun dungeon. Doing some brass prep here. Not my favorite thing to do. And this is the not so bad part of it. Just doing some resizing, knocking the old primer out. 300 blackout. That's what I'm working with. Just prepping brass. So what I'll do is I'll tumble my brass, get it clean so I'm not having dirty brass going through my dies. Then I will resize, and since I use case lube, I will resize, knock the primer out, and then retumble to get the case lube off before I move to the case prep center, especially on these short cartridges like 300 blackout, 5.56, which 300 blackout's even shorter than 5.56, because you don't have a whole lot to hold on to there when I'm doing the trim. And if it's got any case lube on it, it makes it a big pain in the butt to hang on to it. So definitely good to get that case lube off before I move to the processing station over here. But like, this is the monotonous part that I just sit here and resize brass. I got Young Guns on the TV directly behind you guys. I'll sit here and just watch old westerns and kind of get in a little groove and truck right along here. And this time I'm going to do a reloading and rambling, and we're going to talk about why I carry. And I'm curious, why do you guys carry? I don't think everybody's number one answer is going to be because you feel afraid or because you feel like you have to carry or anything like that. It's not for me anyways. Like, for me, the risk of ever having to use a firearm in self-defense outside of your home is pretty small. I mean, we can't argue that. But the issue with that is if you ever have to, what is at stake? And that is your life, potentially your family's life, whoever's with you, potentially a stranger's life if you choose to put yourself into that role. So it's not so much the risk is why I carry, but what's at stake if I were to ever have to use it. And that is a very good reason to carry. But there are alternative reasons for me to carry. And one of them, we'll just go ahead and mention the obvious here, is because it's my right to carry. And I like to exercise my rights, my constitutionally protected rights, not given by the Constitution, which is something we need to understand. Our rights are not given to us by the government or the Constitution. They are protected by the Constitution from the government. That is what it means. So I like to exercise my rights, and I feel like in doing so, I'm doing the 2A community, which I'm a part of, I'm doing my service, my due diligence in doing that. And there are other ways to do your due diligence and serve the community well, but that's one of them, is to exercise your rights. And another reason that I carry is because I like to. Now that may sound silly, but when you're a gun enthusiast and you're a firearm enthusiast, you like to carry because you like firearms. I mean, we can't deny that either. We can't pretend that, oh, it's just a tool. It's just this. It's only for protection. That's bullcrap. Because if you're a gun guy, you like guns. And you like to have your gun on you. And you like feeling the comfort and the weight of it being there. And the mental satisfaction of knowing that it's there. And just the feeling of protection that it may give you, whether that is a false feeling or not, it does. It gives you some feeling of satisfaction and safety. Now, if you're not trained with it, it probably is false feeling of safety. Because if you can't use it, it doesn't really matter if you got it or not. If you can't use it correctly or can't hit what you're aiming at, then it's more of a liability than protection. But that's a different topic. We may actually have a video on that. Maybe another reloading and rambling down the road. But, you know, there's more than just one reason to carry. Like, I'll switch guns more than I switch my own footwear. Seems like I'll rotate through certain things and whatever. I know that's highly frowned upon by certain groups, but at the same time, I typically keep the manual of arms very similar. Like it'll just about always be no manual safety, some sort of either striker fired or double action first trigger pull. Sometimes it'll be a double action, single action, like my CZ75 PCR. I like to carry that gun. Don't carry it as often as I'd like to because it's still a fairly large gun. But most of the time it'll be some sort of polymer fired, striker fired handgun. I rotate a lot between like the Shield Plus 30 Super Carry, my Shield standard Shield 2 or M2 and 40, which I've been carrying it with 357 Sig barrel in it here lately, or P365 XL or Glock 26 or Glock 29 if it's a little bit cooler out and I've got some bigger clothes on, a good belt, you know, something like that. Pocket carry, LCP, they're all kind of the same manual of arms, but I'll rotate through them. It's like just whatever I feel like that day because I like that gun. I want to carry this gun. It makes me feel good. It makes me happy, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think we should stigmatize it to it's just a tool we only carry because we are carrying it as a tool for defense. I mean, you can claim that, and maybe some people really do feel like that, but I feel like most of us, just being gun enthusiasts, you know, enthusiasm, excitement, you know, where that kind of comes from there. We do it because we like it, and we enjoy having our guns on us and with us, and just like it. Just the way that it is. I mean, I'm kind of weird sometimes, you know, not in public or anything, but if I'm sitting around and I have my spare mag in my pocket, a lot of times I'll take the mag out of my pocket and pop a round out and just kind of fondle the round, look at the bullets, kind of check it out, admire it, whatever. I'm weird like that, I know, but I am a gun enthusiast. I really enjoy things like that. I like anything firearms, even just random ammo in my pocket. I don't know, it's just the way that I am. I think probably if you are following YouTube gun tubers and you're following me, which is a small channel, and you're watching a reloading and rambling, which isn't even me shooting or anything exciting, you're probably a gun enthusiast, and that's just my bet. I don't think anybody that's not a gun enthusiast is sitting here listening to me ramble on while I process brass. Just my opinion. Let me know down in the comments if you are. I don't know. I don't want to use that as my comment poll because then nobody's going to comment. Let's just go with this one. Why do you carry? Put it in the comments below. That's what I got for you today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Till next time, stay tuned.